Today we're going to talk about how to use file type in Google search. It's going to enable you to find all kinds of juicy information online very quickly as you need it. Whether you're looking for PDFs, Excel sheets, or any other type of particular file, doing a file type search can help you identify the information that you need very quickly. I bet there's been a time where you've done a search for a picture, or maybe you were looking for some type of data and you got all kinds of answers that you didn't really want. Understanding how to utilize file type search will help eliminate that problem. First, let's talk about searching for specific file types. The way that you do this on Google is you actually write out the word file type. It's all one word with a colon. And then after that, you type in the type of file that you want. If it's an Excel document, you type in XLS. So whatever the file extension is, when you look at a file, whatever it is at the end, that's actually what you're typing in after file type. When you do that, all of a sudden, Google becomes this magical place where it only gives you the kind of results that you want. So for instance, if you know that you only want a PNG image, where there could be a clear background, then you do a file type for whatever it is you're searching for. Maybe it's a picture of a duck falling from the sky. And then at the end, duck falling from sky, file type, colon, PNG is how you write it out. And so using this type of search will help you save a great deal of time and then immediately narrow in on the type of information that you want. If you're in sales or business development, I'll give you a sneaky little tip. Most of the juiciest information lives in two types of files. Can you guess what they are? I bet you guessed right. You said some type of spreadsheet. So indeed, you're looking for XLS, which is an Excel spreadsheet, or CSV. It's a file that's in comma-separated format. Both of those tend to have the juiciest information. So maybe you're looking for a membership roster or approved vendors for something because maybe you want to be the next approved vendor and you want to see who your competition is. Doing a file type for those two different types of files is most likely to get you the juiciest information. Let's think about when a file type search could be helpful. We talked about if you're in sales, the types of files, but let's say that you're looking for a case study. More than likely, it's a PDF. If you're looking for a case study on the effects of Tylenol on mice, you probably don't need to just type all that in and just push enter, because if you do, you're going to get all kinds of stuff that you don't want. However, if you look specifically for a PDF, you're more likely to find some type of article or case study that you're interested in. I'm going to pause for just a moment and ask you a question. Have you already subscribed to this channel? If not, what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss out on more juicy business and professional development building information, so make sure you take just a second and subscribe right now. I know this is not the sexiest topic ever, talking about file type searches, but it will save you a lot of time, and your team as well if they understand how to use these techniques. But now we want to combine this with another form of search that can help you get even more precise information that you're looking for, and that would be Boolean modifiers. In other words, when we go to Google, we can type in extra things to help it narrow down the type of information we have. Have you ever noticed that you're looking for something and maybe it gives you something that you're not quite looking for? So maybe you're looking for information on speakers, but you're talking about a professional speaker like me, not audio speakers. And so you could type in whatever your search is for speakers and then minus audio. That minus is that Boolean modifier. So we can use words like and, or, we can use plus, minus. We can use quotations if certain words need to be in a particular order. Or we can use parentheses if we just want certain words to be near each other if we're using a lot of words in a search. One of my favorite Boolean modifiers is the asterisk, which is really a wildcard. So it's actually called a wildcard in Google. What that means is fill in the blank, Google. So here's a sneaky way you can use that. Let's say that there's someone named Frank Diaz that is a good prospect for you. You know what company he works at. Maybe he works at a company called chairs.com. I don't know. What you would do is you'd go to Google. If you want to try to find his email address and you don't already have access to it, put in his name in quotations because we want it to be together, remember? Leave a space and then put wildcard at and whatever that company website is.com. What that's going to make Google do is they're now going to go through and look and see if they see any website that has his name next to a website at that company. And that asterisk just means fill in the blank. So it's likely going to fill in the blank with his contact information. So that's kind of a sneaky way that you can use Boolean search. Now imagine that you want to find him. Maybe you want to find organizations he's a member of. So maybe you put member in his name, and then you put in the search as I said, but then file type :XLS. You're looking for Excel sheets where he might pop up. Now you can find some pretty juicy stuff. So this is one of those things where, again, it's not the most exciting topic, but it's highly useful for anyone in business, especially if you have prospects or you're looking to grow. The easiest way to be more comfortable with file type searches and Boolean searches, if you don't already use them, is to just practice. So let's put all of this together and use AI as well. Maybe you know what you're looking for, but you don't know what type of Boolean or file type search to use. So guess what you can use? A tool like ChatGPT to recommend the type of search you should be using. You can simply ask ChatGPT, you can say something along the lines of, you're a professional internet researcher, and you're going to give me the perfect Google query to figure out how to find this person's name at this company who worked from this period of time on some type of membership roster. ChatGPT will kick out to you the best inquiry that you can copy and paste into Google to get the results that you want. So again, if you feel a little uncomfortable and you're not quite sure the best way to use these, go ahead and lean on AI right now. It's wonderful at helping us brainstorm solutions. Speaking of brainstorming solutions, you might be thinking about other aspects of your future and how you can plan better for the future, especially since you're going to have access to so much more information than you used to because you now understand file type search and Boolean modifiers. So if you want more information on how to plan for the future, I have a free gift for you. You'll notice in the description of this video, there's a link to download my Future Ready Playbook. It's chock full of activities and tactics for better planning for your future. Make sure to download it today.